Hello, beautiful people. It's your girl Neyssa with XPansive Taste, and today we're talking about how vision boards are not really going to be enough when it comes to motivating you to do your goals, to accomplish your goals for the year 2024. So I'm going to do this the best way I possibly can. I'm having a little issue right now because I'm fasting and I drank some coffee and I'm feeling really jittery, and it's causing me a lot of anxiety. And tried to start this video like 5 different times already, at least whatever. And so I'm gonna do it again, and this is going to be the one that works. Okay. So, vision boards are great, and I have one right there, and they're fun to make, and they're good for helping you visualize your goals. But the problem is, it's not going to be enough to really push you and to motivate you and to really visualize everything that you want to accomplish. Of course, you're going to need to take more action in your goal, but you're also going to have to be more creative with the ways you visualize. It's got to be more than just a board on your wall. And I know I've had vision boards sometimes that I wouldn't even hang on my wall. I just put it in my closet and completely forget about it. So, first of all, make sure it's on your wall. And then there are other ways to help you visualize your goals. One easy way you can do this is by rebooting your news feed pretty much. So that means whatever your goal is, you gotta go on your social media accounts and only search up those hashtags. So hashtag weight loss journey, hashtag saving tips, hashtag pet owning, I don't know, whatever it is, whatever your goal is, if it's to get a dog or to increase your makeup collection or to travel more, search those hashtags and only be on those hashtags. That's how you're going to brainwash yourself to make that the priority in your life. Another thing I do is that on my laptop, I got so many tabs open. Every tab is like specific to like one of my goals. So even if I'm doing something like a little bit more serious or like I'm doing some banking stuff, I will still have my other tabs open to just like click through, help me keep thinking about what my goals are. One of my goals in life is to be that trophy wife, stay at home mom. And, I want to be that mom who's like wearing the Lululemon set and like is jogging while pushing a stroller. And so, you know what I did? I went to the park. And I jogged around the park and like I passed the playground, and that helped me visualize me being that mom who is pushing a baby on a stroller, just jogging and taking care of herself and living her best life. And so that was really inspiring for me. And that actually pushed me to go ahead and get a physical trainer. And I decided I needed to master the habit of being someone who just works out regularly no matter what. In order for me to do that, I needed to get a personal trainer and actually schedule it in my week. So 3 days a week, I'm going to the gym, and that's just in my schedule, and I'm building that habit. So when I eventually do have a family, I'm still going to be able to prioritize exercising because it's going to be my habit and it's pretty much going to be embedded into my DNA. Another way I keep myself thinking about my goals is that I set alarm clocks and I follow through with them. So I have alarm clocks, of course, for reminding me about my gym appointments so that I don't miss any workouts. And I also have my alarm clock so that I wake up at 7 a.m. every single morning so that I have enough time to get ready and prepare for my day and just like be on track on a consistent schedule. And I also have an alarm clock for when my paychecks come. I get paid every 2 weeks, and I put that on my calendar as like a reoccurring event. And so every time I get that alarm, I immediately go on my banking information and I will work on my saving goals and like immediately just like put a certain amount of money straight to my savings without even considering that as money that I can use for my life. And so, I put a huge chunk in my savings, and then whatever is left is whatever is left. Another way to help you visualize your goals is to actually surround yourself with people who have already accomplished these goals. And sometimes I'm a little shy to ask questions, and so I don't always like speak to the people who I am inspired by or ask them questions, but I'll just watch them, and I'll see what their habits are, and I'll take notes in my head because I don't know, I don't like asking questions like that. But I will sometimes find people to talk to. And so I have family members who are stay at home moms. And so, like, I like to get as much information and as many tips as I can on how to prepare myself for that kind of lifestyle, and what to expect. And so I do like asking them whenever I feel like I want to ask them. And another great place that has like surrounded me with like very positive energy and some inspiring people and some inspiring words is church. One of the reasons I actually went back to college and finished my bachelor's degree was because of a sermon that was given in church where the pastor was talking about how increasing your education, getting higher education is like part of this like enlightenment process that is pretty much it's a blessing from God. One of the things that my pastor mentioned in this sermon was he said that so many of the founders of Ivy League colleges were actually pastors because, you know, they had this vision on how the collective could be more educated, be more enlightened, and like expand more in their way of thinking. And that was something that was aligned with God's vision for us. God's message and desire for us is for us to become just open our minds a little bit more and learn. And I obviously cannot repeat the sermon like my pastor did, but that opened up my mind to see that a degree is not just a piece of paper you get to earn more money, but it's more about expanding your mind and becoming more aligned with your higher self. And there are obviously other ways to align to your higher self, but for me, getting a degree was one of those things. And yeah, being in that environment was really helped me level up in a way. And so, whatever that is, like surrounding yourself with positive people who have dreams, who have goals, who have ambition. Also, I went out of town for a few days to celebrate my 26th birthday, and it was such a great time, honestly. But in general, being in that environment where it was like, you know, a larger city with younger people. I live in Florida. I live in a city in Florida where the average age group is like, I don't know, like high 40s. And so I'm around a lot of old people, and it's kind of slow and sometimes boring here. But going into a bigger city where I just saw young people everywhere, that really inspired me and was, you know, it gave me the energy, the boost of energy that I needed, and to visualize my dreams and to just like do more with myself. So those are some ways I can help you visualize your goals, but of course you're going to have to take action. And one of the greatest things you can do is to just start. Just start. So one of the things I would do that is, you know, a little embarrassing is that I would watch so many videos on how to lose weight, and they all pretty much said the same information, but I would just watch hundreds of those videos and not actually start the process, not actually commit to the goal. So you gotta just at some point cut off the how to's and just start. And while you're going, of course, you can still consume that kind of content, but you actually have to start. Even if you're not sure that you can complete it, even if you're not sure that you're ready, you just got to start and keep going as long as you can, and then restarting and restarting. The thing that will really help keep you on track is being aware of all the different kinds of obstacles that may come to derail you. And it's usually like the same kind of obstacles over and over again. And so you have to figure out how to like just cut off that cycle and to prevent the things that are going to derail you. If your goal is to lose weight or gain weight or to simplify your diet or reduce the time you spend in the kitchen, then you know you're probably going to have to meal prep. Oh, but then you run out of things to meal prep because you didn't go grocery shopping. And now you feel like you want to go to a fast food restaurant to just get a quick meal in. Guess what? What you should have done to prevent that whole situation is buy groceries before you ran out of groceries. If your goal is to read more books, but the problem is you find yourself scrolling on social media and you just can't get off, and you just like pretty much spend your whole night on your phone, and you just miss out on a chance to read your book, get yourself an app blocker so that you will not be able to use those social media apps past a certain limit. And so that will force you to just stop where you are and to refocus on that book that is sitting right at your nightstand. If what is keeping you off track is health related, let's say you get migraines. I'm not completely sure what your situation might be, but if you know that your migraines are preventable, then prevent them. If you know that the problem is you're eating too much salt, or you're not drinking enough water, or you're eating too much sugar, or you're not getting enough sleep, or you're looking at screens for too long, then figure out how to prevent that from happening. You know your body the best, so make sure you're doing what you can to prevent yourself from getting yourself sick so that you can continue on with working on your goals. I feel like I should have mentioned this earlier in the video because it's so important, and it has been one of those things that has just been consistently affecting the way I'm able to accomplish my goals. And that is not being familiar with my female cycle. So, the thing with being a woman who menstruates is that there are times of the month where it's not just, oh, you're PMSing and you're going to bleed for a couple days. It's a lot more detailed and complicated than that. Throughout your cycle, there are times where different hormones are going to be at different levels and they will impact you significantly. I will explain it as best as I can, but I heavily recommend that you like read a book about it or watch as many videos as you can to help you understand what your cycle does to you in your body. Day one of your cycle is a day that your period starts. And so for the first 10 days, that is when you have your estrogen that starts to rise. And when estrogen rises, that's when you actually have a lot of energy, and your body can handle a lot more stress. Your brain is working beautifully, and you are just your normal self. From day 10 to day 20, that is when you are in your ovulation kind of period, and that is when testosterone rises. And so you definitely have so much strength. You have mental clarity. This is a good time to start your projects. This is a good time to like push yourself. You can go harder in the gym. You can do more fasting. You can really do a lot, and your brain works beautifully, and you can handle a lot more than you think you can. But then day 20 to like day 28, that's going to be when your estrogen drops, your testosterone drops, and your progesterone rises. And so that is going to be the time of the month where right before your period that you're going to have more anxiety, you're going to be craving more carbs, your body is going to need a lot more rest. And it is important that you take that into consideration, because if you are pushing yourself, if you are working on too many goals at the same time, during that time, you're going to burn out so quickly. So you really need to pay attention to your cycle and track your period so that you know that during this time you need to slow it down, take it easy, eat healthy carbs, because there is a reason your body is craving all the sweets and the desserts and whatever. There's a reason for that, but you want to make sure that you're eating still healthy carbs, okay, like sweet potatoes and whatnot. But your body is craving that for a specific reason, and it's so that your progesterone can keep rising, because your progesterone needs carbs in order to grow. And the progesterone needs the carbs because that's going to be one of those things that helps you, that helps prepare your uterus to shed that layer. So during this time, you're going to be crankier, you're going to have more anxiety, you're going to have a little bit more brain fog, and that's okay. That is perfectly normal. You need to understand that that is just your body doing the best it can, and to prepare it for the next part of your cycle. So take it slow during that time so you don't get burned out, because what happens is if you push yourself too much and you don't understand that this time of the month is normal, then you're going to like just feel completely terrible about yourself, because you weren't able to like, eat 1,500 calories a day during that time, and you're just looking at yourself like you're the problem, that you weren't able to like be consistent or be work hard enough, but you're not the problem, okay? It's completely normal, and just know that it's not a reason to give up or to feel unmotivated about your goals. Just when your period starts, just know that the cycle has been completed and that you can start over again, and you can push yourself again, to be the person that you best want to be. Next thing I want to normalize for helping you accomplish your goals is to hire help. Whatever that goal is for you, there are people that you can hire to help you accomplish them. You don't have to try to do everything by yourself and to figure out everything by yourself. You're already so smart and so talented, okay? You can just Stop being so hard on yourself and learn how to outsource the help that you can afford to get. So I decided to get a personal trainer at UFit, and even though it is pricey, I feel like it's well worth it because I'm learning so much, and I am for the first time being so consistent. And because I know I'm spending money on this, I am forced to take it seriously because there's no way I'm spending hundreds of dollars a month on this training and I'm not going to get results. Getting a personal trainer is not the only way you can hire help. You can also pay for courses that can help you learn a certain skill. You could hire a babysitter for a couple hours every week so that you could focus on yourself and, just do what you need to do. You could get one of those grocery subscription services that's just going to ship groceries to your door if grocery shopping is too stressful for you and it's just, I don't know, you just don't have the time and the patience for picking out your groceries. If you can afford any kind of help or any kind of resources or services, then go ahead and do that so that you can make life as easy as possible so that you can focus more on your goals. And so that is all I have for you, beautiful people. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for making it to this point of the video. Yeah, that's all. I send you my love. Mwah. Bisous.